So, why don't men like the word sensitive? Yeah, let's talk about that one. Hey guys, Randy here with The Living Adventure. Hey, I hope you're having a great day, and thanks again for joining me and watching these videos. I really do appreciate it, and I do hope they help, someone along the way. So yeah, the term sensitive, right? I think that's one of men's biggest challenges, that especially people that are high sensing. And a lot of the men that I've spoken to around the world, when it comes to that term, automatically you can see it in their facial expressions and you can hear it in their voices that it's just a term that they just have a hard time accepting. So why is that? Why do they have a hard time? Could be because their whole lives they've been told they're too sensitive, that this is a weakness, and in a belief structure, right? So all of a sudden, we've come out with in 1996 this term high sensitivity, and it's a good thing. But what we're not recognizing is the fact that there's a lot of history behind that word sensitivity, and going back to a long time ago. And so by trying to change people's societies, especially understanding of that word sensitive or sensitivity, we're really battling a difficult thing. And that's why we're not seeing a lot of men stand up and step up to this plate of, hey, I'm highly sensitive. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of change in belief structure to do that. And so the real reason men don't accept that term is because it has been labeled for very much longer, since 96, last 20 years. I mean, we've heard little bits and pieces about high sensitivity, but the reality of it is we got a lot of history behind that is in a negative context, and men are still holding on to that, and society holds on to it. We got to change society's belief on it in order to start changing men's belief on it. So when we start using other terms, and I had a discussion with a group of men the other day about, how they felt about it, and they all unanimously said they don't like it. And one of our mentors, he was like, guys, we got to accept it. I mean, just the more that we accept it, the better we will be. And I agree with that. Again, I go back to the meaning of words. It's not the word itself that causes us a problem. It's how we feel about that word. And I mean, we can call it whatever we want to call it. You have the right to do that, as long as you're accepting of the fact that this is who you are. And if the world is labeling our trait as a highly sensitive person, so be it. Like that, if that's what they want to call it. It's us getting over that belief structure that we've implanted in our heads by society, that this is something of a weakness, and it's truly not. The more you research it, the more you understand it, then the more that you will overcome that boundary or that barrier of the word. I'm using the term highly responsive, in my training, and the reason that I'm using that, one, is because that's what we're doing, is we're taking not high sensing people and changing them into something that they're not. We're actually taking high sensing people and applying tools and rules that they can use in everyday life to change their reactionary behavior that's triggered by their high sensing, and convert it into a thought process that translates into a high responsive outcome. And so the proper terminology is that, yeah, we're highly sensitive people that are highly responsive to our environments. So how we see ourselves, how we feel about ourselves, is the most important thing. It's not the label. I mean, we don't have to attach to a label. We have to attach to how we feel. And the moment that we can start doing that, the moment that you will start seeing that you are an incredibly gifted individual by being a highly sensitive person. Anyway, guys, I hope this helps. Cheers.